All right, today we're going to be talking about finding an endpoint when given one endpoint and the midpoint. We'll start off with, on the number line. We're looking for this number right here. A is an endpoint of a segment, and B is the other endpoint of a segment. M is the midpoint, or the middle of the segment, okay? If you know the end and you know the middle, you can find the other end. All right? Because look, if M is the middle, and let's say that empty desk right there was the middle, the midpoint of me and Kara. If I had a tape measure and I measured from me to the middle desk, wouldn't that distance be the same from the middle desk to Kara? Right? Because it's in the middle. So if I know the distance from me to the desk, can't I just double it to get the distance from me to Kara? So look, without doing a whole lot of math at all, how far is it from A to M? You go from -8 to -1. Isn't that 7 units? So how many more units do you got to go to the right here to get to point B? You got to go 7 more. Well, what's 7 more than -1?
6.
Everybody agree with that? +6. So point B is located at 6. All right, on the number line again, you got X and Y. And let's say that M is the middle. You're asked to find the value of X. Do y'all see how it relates to the previous problem? Just going the other direction now, right? if y is the end and m is the middle, how many did we move to get to the middle? 15. Did we go up or down? Did we go up or down? Went down, right? Because it went bigger in the negatives. So we went 15. That away. So how many more do we got to go? That away. Okay, so negative 20 minus 15.
5.
Ah. Think about it for a minute.
Oh, yeah, we're going higher. Sorry.
Right? If you're going that way, it's got to keep getting bigger in the negatives. So we got to get to where?
35.
Negative 35. Kind of simple, right? All right, good. So let's see. Now we got to do it on the coordinate plane. I'm going to do it without a line because the book does it without showing you a picture. So let's say endpoint on a coordinate plane. How do they word it? Find the coordinate. Of the missing endpoint B no, I'm sorry. God dang it. Find the coordinate of the missing endpoint. Here, just erase B and put if B. If B is the midpoint. Of segment AC. All right, so they tell you that C is at 5,4. And they tell you that B is at 2,5. All right, so first of all, what are we missing? Who can tell me what we're missing? What point are we missing?
A.
Missing A. C is an endpoint, and B is the midpoint. Now, would it be easier for you guys if you just graphed it?
Yes.
To see a picture? Okay, so if you're given the problem this way, then the visual may really help you. So let's just graph it. So we'll put it on a coordinate plane. So we'll put B at 2,5. So that's about, what, 2 and 5, right? 2, 5, right there. There's B. C is at 5,4. So maybe 5 and 4. Right about there. There's C. And B is the midpoint of AC, right?
Yeah.
So isn't A going to be over here somewhere? Agreed? All right. And we're looking for its coordinates. So B is at 2, 5. C is at 5, 4. And we're looking for the coordinates of A. Now, I know there's a bunch of numbers up there. There's a bunch of mess up there, right? What you have to be able to do is eliminate the clutter. And for the X value, only see this. Only see this and this for right now. Let's pretend that those are the X values in the problem on the next page. Watch. What happens to these X values from the end to the middle?
It goes up.
From 5 to 2. The X values, what happens?
They go down.
From 5 to 2, what does it do?
Go down.
Goes down, right? How many?
3.
3.
So how many do you got to go down to get to the other end?
3.
So what's down 3 from 2? Negative 1.
Do we always do it like this?
Yes. There's a mathematical way to do it, but if I show it to you, you're going to have to solve for an x sub 2 and all this other mess. This is the easiest way I've ever taught it, and I don't even teach the math way anymore. This just makes too much sense. Because all it comes down to is finding an endpoint on a number line, but you just have to do it twice. And if you don't know the difference between the two numbers, how do you find the difference between two numbers? What does difference mean in math? Subtract, right? So if you don't know the difference between 5 and 2, take 5 minus 2, and it'll be 3. And then take 2 minus 3, and it'll give you the other number. Okay, 4 minus 5. Or I like to stay really easy. We're going from 4 to 5.
You're going to have one.
We're going up 1, right? So what's the y value going to be?
6.
6. That's it. There's your other endpoint. You say to yourself, what am I doing to get from here to the middle? And whatever you're doing, you got to do again. I went from, on the y's, I went from 4 to 5. I went up 1. So to continue on that same path, I got to go up 1 from 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6. From 5 to 2, I went down 3. So 2 down 3 is negative 1. And that's the easiest way to do these problems. All right, do you want to do another one? Can you guys draw these to make them help you? Can you graph those points on a number line? Yeah? Okay. Some girl yesterday in one of the other classes, she graphed it. It wasn't even close. I mean, none of the numbers lined up anywhere, and we were dealing with a triangle, and I said, well, you're confusing yourself by graphing it. And she said, well, I know I didn't feel like taking all the time to do it right. I was like, I mean, your triangle was completely upside down and rotated the wrong direction, and you're trying to find distances of the legs, and the whole purpose is to draw the triangle to help you. She was doing all this work to draw the triangle, and it was confusing her. So if you can't draw this part, let me know, and I'll help you. So look, on this next problem, let's say that coordinate plane again. Same directions. C is an endpoint. C is at negative 6, negative 2. So I got to move over some here. And I got to extend. So if C is at negative 6, negative 2, that's going to be like out here. Negative 6, negative 2, right here. Here's C at negative 6, negative 2. B, -3, -5. B is at -3, -5. So B is at -3 and -5, so that's about right there. There's B at -3, -5. Find the coordinates of the missing endpoint if B is the midpoint of AC. So what are we looking for? What letter are we looking for?
A.
A. Get involved, people. Try to get involved. So, isn't A going to be down here somewhere?
Yes.
Y'all see the cursor? Here's C as an endpoint. B is the middle. We're looking for A down here somewhere. Let's deal with the x's first. We're going from -1. Nope, we're going from -6. Can't read my writing. From -6 to -3. Well, look at the x's. We went from -6 to -3. How many did we go? 3. So how many more do we got to go?
3.
Where's that going to put us?
0 on the X's.
0 on the x's. Let's look at our y's. On our y's, we went from -2 down to -5. How many did we go down?
-3. Well, yeah.
Went down 3. So how many more do we got to go down? Okay, so down 3 from -5.
So it's going to be
-8, right? Look, if you're at -5 on the number line and you can do it this easy, you can go down 3 more. Go 1, 2, 3 more. So that'd be -5, -6, -7, -8. Draw the coordinate plane and then use your number lines. Count if you have to. Okay? Right here, I'm going +3. So I'm at -3. I can go -2, -1, 0. I can just count. Mark and count. Does that help a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some practice to do today, and then tomorrow you're going to have a quiz on all this stuff. So on page 32,
You mean Thursday you're having a quiz?
every Thursday.
Yeah, but you said tomorrow.
I'm confused. I'm in pain.
Sorry.
47 through 50. Page 32, I want you to do 47 through 50. Make sure you check your odds. And Edline. Which question was the same?
The last two.
Wasn't it like the legs and the hypotenuse one?
No.
No, it said question
Yeah, it was
24
like.
on page 30.
Oh, and I forgot to change it to 36 or I forgot to change the number of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked twice, like.
So it asked, like, the answer to number 22 is this. And then the next question said the answer to number 22 is this. And if you answered it the same twice, you got it wrong.
I got it
Got
right.
one of
I
them
got
wrong.
it right.
I got it right. I got one wrong.
Oh, so it's all good then. I just gave you the same question twice.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Remind me not to do that again. No, I don't know what happened. Right at the end of me making that assignment, my computer logged me out. And when I logged back, I don't know what happened. But I guess you got a free one then.
Yeah.
Some of you did, anyway. So like I throw the old back out last week, right? So mornings are just agony. And then as the day goes on, it just gets better and better and better and better and better. Like yesterday was the best day I've had in like 10 days.
It's from the moisture in the air.
Oh my God, this morning, you talk about pain. Woo! I yelled at my wife. You know, she's one of them people that always got to get the last word in.
Ooh, that's me.
So I'm sitting there this morning, I'm just like, it hurts to talk, right? And she's like, "Do you have any medicine left?" I said, "No, I'm just asking." I might have to get up. First of all, I can't. You know what I mean? Just don't talk to me. Do I look miserable? Yeah, you look awful.
I was happy. She was trying to be nice to you, and you over here being rude to her, like she hurt your back.
Exactly. I'm gonna take it out on somebody.
You're so mean.
I'm gonna take it out on somebody. She knew I didn't have any medicine left. I told her that Sunday.
So she'd be forgetting. Like that's not the first thing that's on her mind in the morning.
Then just don't talk to me.
You're so mean. She was just trying to care about your well-being, and you over here.
I know. You're exactly right. I know. But it didn't make it feel any better when I had to say no. And then she got to throw in, just asking. She didn't have to say that. She could have just walked away. I'm just asking. See, now if I ask her for coffee, she'll probably say something like, something smart ass about my medicine.